Hi guys, so today I am here in Kentwood and with me today it's Bharat, my friend. We studied together along with Venu. He shifted to another city, so soon I'll be doing this Q&A session with him as well. But today I'll be asking these set of questions with Bharat. Bharat and I did MSc Pharmacology. I already made one video. This is the third video in the series and I'll be asking these same questions with Bharat. So Bharat, I have divided these questions in few segments like study and university life, money and reality check, lifestyle and culture, jobs and future. Right? So I'm starting with study and university life. So my first question is a UK masters actually hard or easy?
So before answering that, I have to give a sort of appreciation for this whole thing you are doing. It will help a lot of people. I wish I had contact and people who actually spent their life here, talked about their experience. I know many people did those things in YouTube, but most of those were obnoxious. But Akash, I think it's real. It's nice to be in this video.
Okay.
So to the question, compared to the, I'm comparing it to my previous masters. I have double masters.
Okay.
So I think I'm apt to answer this question. It's extremely easy to do a masters here compared to India.
Okay. If you can just connect it to the bit of the boards you studied in India. Like in India, we have different boards. Like I studied from CBSE. There are different state boards. So if I try to connect that dots, I know with the masters, we already did our undergrad from India. That is accompanied by it. But what I mean to say with it is that in North, what happened more is that the state boards are more compared towards Hindi. They are not being taught in English. So there is a question around the students, like amongst the students, that what if we study from state board? Is that become hard doing masters abroad or undergrad?
So with communication, you're talking particularly about the communication.
Yeah.
So the communication is key here, and it's not just communication. We have to understand their culture more. Like, for example, the work culture. I worked in a university, so if I don't know what they're talking about, even if this is the same language, we are talking in English, but the vibe will be different. So communication is important. It would be better if you had proper IELTS. That's a requirement category. Apart from that, it would be good if you, before coming to this country, if you have friends from here, you can just connect with them through Zoom and just talk with them. That's the most you can do. You don't need to, I mean, you can watch Netflix. It will improve your communication. But if you had a friend here, you can talk to them. It will help you to understand the mnemonics in the language.
Even what we experienced during our masters is that even our professors were from different part of the Europe, not just Britain or not just in UK. So each professor will have a different dialect while speaking. So sometimes if you're not that fluent in speaking or getting what they're saying, it gets difficult to understand what they're saying. So you really need to rely what the subtitles are coming on the board. Like we do have a system in which while professors are teaching, the subtitles used to come on the board. So you will then focusing on subtitles really that what they're saying. So yes, it will be good if you will be focusing on IELTS.
Yes. And the university provides a lot of courses for communication purposes. We have global launch. I think most of the universities around UK have these programs where you can, it will be casual. It won't be like India where we need to take notes and prepare for exam. We just need to talk in the group. It will be the most basic and easiest way to understand the culture, and it will be easy to mingle in with others.
My next question is, do professor really help or are you on your own when you're in course?
Compared to India, this is my personal opinion. Compared to India, professors here take a lot of care for their job and for students' mental well-being and career goals. They help a lot. With my personal story. So when I did my master's project, I was hopeless basically. I didn't know what I was doing, but I loved science, and I expressed myself to my professor, Rebecca Dumble. She was one of the PIs in Nottingham Trent University. So she just picked me and she helped me throughout my master's project and continued it through my placement. She did a lot to me. And what trying to say is the professors here take care of you. It's the university is a safe space. You might heard news about racism and there are problems in the world, but university is the safe space where you will be protected from all of it, and the professors here will take care of the job.
Even if I talk about us, because we three, Venu, I and Bharat used to be together, we never faced honestly anything like that. If we had any concern, we talk to the professor in middle of the lecture if there is any break. After the lecture, you are open to discuss if you have any doubt. They will be asking you, they will be giving you proper time if you need to ask something regarding the topics. And even that if you again need something, you can mail them. They're going to arrange a proper meeting with you regarding that, what doubts you have in the subject. So that's my personal opinion as well, that professors are very approachable and they're going to help you throughout your courses, whatever module they are teaching.
And I'm not saying the professors in India are not taking their job seriously, but I think there is a particular element here which is warmth, which I didn't got from my Indian professors.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I have offended anyone.
No. Next question is, how many hours do you study per week?
So my routine has been collapsed. During my first term, remember, I studied around 2 hours per day. I think that's the most I can do. It won't be continuous. It will be a half an hour. Then I will take a 10 minutes smoke break or break, tea break. Then, but overall it will be around 2 hours. You don't have to study more than that. 2 hours is more than enough. And if you keep that as consistent, which I'm really bad at, you will ace your exams, you will ace your projects and assignments here. You don't need to dedicate too much time here. It's up to you. If you want to study for 7 hours, no one is stopping you. But I'm trying to say, for this master's course, 2 hours or 3 hours per day is enough. But it needs to be consistent.
The problem which I felt we get initially, because we both were January starters, and when you came to the UK, there are different sort of things which you need to tackle initially. You need to get your bank accounts and everything, the official record set up. Then most of the students will be looking for the part-time. So these things take a dedicated amount of time, and it gets difficult initially to settle down with the studies, and it gets more difficult if you will be getting an early on assignment or exam. So with that, it gets tricky initially, and if specifically you won't be having any guidance, a good guidance that how you should plan the things, these things get more difficult day by day. And specifically if you'll be getting a delayed job or a part-time which you are more relying on, which I'll be talking in the coming segment with Bharat. But what I want to add on, that because we have did all the assignments along, I used to say him a nocturnal animal because he will be waking up all night, and we generally used to do assignment together. So
no, that's because I won't study I talked about the 2-hour plan. I never did that. It's all show. So it's good to follow that, but I never did. I do everything at the last time. That's bad. That's
but
really
still
bad.
I should say what it is, that if we all together working on one assignment and we are struggling at any point, we all will go to bed by 3 or 4, but Bharat will be the one who will be awake and he'll be figuring out the problem, and he will find a solution for that. In the morning when we'll wake up, he will let us know that okay, we were stuck there. That's how we will do, and then we'll go to bed.
We all did.
So yeah, my next question is the degree worth the tuition fees?
I'm gonna be honest, it's not.
Okay.
For particularly our course, which is full theoretical course, there is another variant called research degree, or MRes, Masters in Research.
Yeah.
I think it's valid it's worth for the money. the 20,000 pounds. I mean, if you got a scholarship, that's fine. I was happened to got your scholarship of about 25%. I think Akash did as well. Yeah. For me, it didn't bother me that much, but 20,000 pounds is pretty high.
Yeah.
And we can't do anything about it. It's the financial situation that's happening in this country. We can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Even that's the same point I mentioned in my video, even the first video which I made, that if you are focusing on the practical skills, you want to learn the practical skills more, you should focus on the AMRES courses. That's the problem I mentioned in that video, that what students are not researching about while selecting for the courses anywhere abroad, not just in UK, that they are opting for the MSc courses. But if you look at the modules, the MSc courses itself are the taught courses, more theoretical based. So if you are focusing more on the practical courses, you should always focus for the AMRES courses.
Yeah, and the practical sessions won't be, compared to India, I had 21 labs when I did my first masters.
Yeah.
So here I had 3 labs per term. So we had 2 theoretical term and 1 project. So we had 6 labs. So that's the entirety of the masters. It's not worth the money.
Yeah.
But if you had a MRes, I know many students from MRes course, they will be in lab with PhDs, postdocs, research assistants. The whole culture will be different. They won't be spending time with students and doing. I'm not saying that's bad. If you are into theoretical stuff, that's good. But if you want to do actual technical work, I think MRes is good and it's worth the money.
Yeah. So moving on to the next segment, which is money and reality check.
Yeah.
My first question in that is, how much do you spend monthly in the UK?
So my rent covers a major part of my spending, which is about £375, and next comes my groceries, which is around 100 to 150 pounds per month. I think apart from that, I'm not a outgoer. I'm not a social butterfly, as people say. I will be mostly gaming, so that's it. So what's that? 375 plus 150. It's like more or so 550 to 600 pounds per month.
Yeah, I'll say, as Bharat mentioned, that it's more depend what sort of accommodation you need. Because we are sitting in Bharat room at the moment, and there are 2 guys living here. So it's 375 each. You can find a room even for 800 for a single person. So the major chunk will be your accommodation itself, and then how much you want to spend more on your foods and co-curricular activities, as I mentioned. If you want to go for a movie or a cricket match, football match, or how much you're eating outside.
You can live in this country for 500 pounds and you can live in this country for 2,000 pounds. It's up to you.
Yeah.
If you are, what do you call the people who are very conscious about money in your language? We call it kanjus.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're like that, you will be okay.
Okay. My next question is, how easy was it for you to get a part-time, and how much time it took you to get a part-time? Which I know very well, but here's Bharat.
So to get a part-time, I'm gonna say a few advices how to get a part-time. I think he must have already covered it. So you need good networking skills, you need good communication, and I think that's the most of it. And I don't have both of them. And for me, it was difficult. It was very difficult since I came to this country on January. That was a mistake, honestly. If someone was very frank about it, I would have delayed my intake to September. But January, there isn't many recruitment because people here spend an incredible amount on New Year's and December, Christmas.
Yeah.
Business will be done. Business will be really dull during January. The recruitment will be slow. For around 7 months, I didn't got any part-time. So I just concentrated on my project and I directly got my placement. So,
yeah. The point which Bharat is making is that we both were January started, and we didn't realize this thing, or we did not research well. With the January starter, the slightly problem is that post Christmas and New Year, as Bharat mentioned, the job market get very saturated. because the problem is that there will be extra openings which are the temporary rules, because people will be doing shoppings and everything. So all the different stores, all the grocery and the brand stores everywhere, they will be having a seasonal opening, so everyone will be getting those jobs. And once you enter the new year, those extra rules will be finished in a specific stores, and then the economy is at the lowest point. Then it start run again in summer, and slowly people start getting job. But the problem which January starter may feel is that the students who were already on the temporary job role in different respective shops or restaurants or any different brand store, they will be the first one to get the job because they will be having a valid experience, right? And there will be the January starter, we guys who will be coming in here looking for the jobs. So that market gets saturated. So it gets slightly difficult to get a job compared to what you have chances if you're coming in September coherent.
Yeah.
If I talk about me, I got a job within 15 days in January, but I left that job because it was getting difficult for me to manage my studies early on along with part-time job. Then I struggled for another 2 months to get my next part-time in Subway, and I'll talk to Venu, so we will talk about Venu's experience in the next video. Hopefully, when
And
we
I
meet
would
here.
suggest for the first 3 months, don't concentrate on jobs. I mean, if you're well settled, if your financial status is difficult, it's essential to find a job. But if you're here for your education, I would say take the first 3 months to just concentrate on education.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was financially unstable during those time, but I figured this is why I came to this country, education. And after 3 months, I just focused on my project. I didn't do anything much. I didn't I didn't apply for a single part-time job.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just my personal opinion, but I know everyone's financial situation is not same. If you want the money, then another suggestion I would give is it's better to have part-time experience in India before coming here.
Yeah.
It won't be just helpful with the CVs, but it will be helpful with the job situation here. You will be good at your job.
Yeah.
So
Okay. My next question is, what shocked you the most about living cost?
living cost.
Yeah.
No, I researched the living cost when I before I came to this country. Everything is pricey here. We just need to adapt it. We know what we are getting into. It's not India, but one thing I say about is the cost of living is worth to the lifestyle.
Yeah.
India, I don't want to badmouth India, but even if you spend that much money, the quality,
Yeah.
So I don't think the cost of living is bad here. It's bad here, but it's not for me because of my lifestyle choices. I don't spend anything.
Yeah.
Apart from my rent and groceries, I don't spend much. I don't go outside. I often eat out. So it's easy for me. If you're like that, you will be fine. But if you're for example, if you want to go out every Friday to get a drink, you might need a job because it's pricey here. Transport is high, super high. Even though for an adult, it's 5.5 pounds per ticket, a 24-hour ticket.
For a day pass.
Yeah, a day pass. You can travel within the Nottingham County for a whole day for 5.5 pounds. But for students, it's 3 pounds.
Yeah.
So you guys will be having little compensation, but still it's pricey.
You'll get student discount everywhere.
Yeah, we use those student discounts.
Yeah. So my next segment is lifestyle and culture.
Mhm.
My first question in that is, what do you miss most about India?
Well, the noise. I really miss the noise. Pollution. No, it's the warmth, I would
Yeah.
say. People in India, wherever we go, we know the people.
Yeah.
we can find something in common very easily. For example, you might watch a particular show, I might watch a particular show, we will talk about it, cricket,
Yeah.
but there isn't anything to talk about here. That's why you have to learn the culture here as soon as you come to this country.
True.
If you learn the culture, you will find friends here, and it will be okay. Otherwise, you will be lonely, it will be sad. You don't want that.
True.
No one wants that. Apart from that, the cultural difference, people here are more straightforward. I mean, especially to the place where I come from, South, and yeah, we face occasional racism from cities,
Yeah.
but it doesn't bother much. It will be mostly passive racism, where they will take a slight looks, and it won't bother you. If you just mind your business and do your jobs, it will be fine.
Even that was my next question, which I want to ask you. Biggest cultural shock in the UK for you?
Maybe I'm not the person, because before I came to this country, I used to listen to Beatles and most of the English boy bands. So I don't know about culturally. I grew up on English movies and English pop culture. So
Yeah.
I got pretty. See, I'm different. I don't go to temples that much, even though that's my religion. I don't get involved in so many cultural aspects in India.
Yeah.
So it's easy for me. But if you're a person who involves in cultural and religious purposes and
Yeah.
things, it will be different for you, because we do have temples here. I think 2 nearby temples in Nottingham, and church and mosque, and
Even Gurudwaras.
yeah, gurudwaras.
Everything.
Food is amazing there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Food is important.
but you will find a place, even though if you find yourself in an isolated country without anything you can find people who are from your hometown,
Yeah.
even near street. There are groups in Facebook, WhatsApp. It will be easy to communicate.
Yeah.
Indians are everywhere these days.
True. My next question is it easy to make friends with locals?
When I was a student, it was tough. When I was working, it was easy.
Because you never used to talk with anyone, that's why. You never...
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
really
I'm an
used to
introvert.
speak.
I'm an introvert. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, once it's a work culture, you have to speak to them.
Yeah.
They are pretty friendly. Even as a student, you can go and speak with them. It's not like they are from different world and we are from different world. We just need to find a
Common grounds to talk.
yeah.
Okay, my next question is food here versus India.
I cook most of my food, so it's not that different from India. I have, before coming to UK, the first thing you have to do is sit with your mother and write down every recipe, practice it
Yeah.
like you do in your lab, like step by step, and prepare all the masalas and stuffs, bring everything here.
Specifically, what you love more
English food is not,
for us.
well, I'm not gonna offend any English person, but English food is not a culinary magic like India.
When
It's
I'll
bland.
be
It's bland.
making video with Venu, I'll be requesting him to let us know about the double espresso and espresso story. It's very funny for me, and I'll request him to.
I mean, if you are into low salt, low spice, bland food, I think this country is good for you. Otherwise, bring your own stuff from India. That's better.
Okay, now my next segment is jobs and future.
Oh yeah.
The first question is it actually easy to get a job after graduation?
It's up to what kind of job you are interested in. So if you are, for example, I'm talking with my experience. I'm a biotechnology and pharmacology student. If I wanted to get a core job, currently there is no sponsorship available as per my knowledge.
Okay.
I never heard anyone in my circle to get a sponsored job, but you will get a PSW, which is an extended visa process after your master's. I think it's 1.5 years now. When we came,
Yeah.
it was 2 years.
Yeah.
So you will get a job, but don't just focus on your core industry. Broaden your expertise and broaden your,
Yeah. Even what I'm seeing now, just because of the salary threshold going up with the sponsorships, I talked to few of my seniors, few of my friends. What they've told is that even if there were chances to get a sponsorship early on, if you're fulfilling the eligibility criteria to get a sponsorship, the companies are asking you to take your post-study visa. So post-study visa is getting a compulsory thing now.
Yeah.
If you are not self-funding yourself, like if you're opening any business here in UK, if you have that much money and you're opting a option for self-funding, like opening a business here and coming to direct on business visas, that's a different story. But if you are targeting specifically like sponsored job, so I think you need to plan for PSW seriously.
and you will get a job. Job market is hard, but if, as I said, don't. I'm gonna be frank with you. Don't come to this country without any experience in your particular core field.
Yeah.
If you had at least 3 to 5 years of experience with specific technological expertise, for example, LCMS or any kind of mass spectrometry, basically, or QPCRs are good. Protein assays. I'm just listing out the interesting aspects these people are recruiting nowadays. If you had expertise in those, you have a good future. I'm talking about solid 5 years experience. But if you don't have experience, get experience, then plan for a master's.
Yeah.
It will be brutal if you don't have an experience.
Okay. Yeah, it's true. As I already told you that still, if you have an experience, your number of applications will be more, because most of the companies will be asking you, do you need a sponsorship now or in future? So this will be a key question again. So it's simple. They're not asking you not to come. They're asking, if you want to come, have more skills on your CV. It's pretty simple.
It's just the competitive age now.
Yeah.
There are more people here, and as I said, people with 5 years and 6 years of experiences will be applying to the same position you're applying.
Yeah.
So you need to be prepared for that. I wished I know that before I came to this country, because I didn't had any experience, so it's difficult for me.
Okay.
So, yeah.
My next question is, what's your backup plan if you don't get a job?
For me, yeah, I think that's a pretty decent backup plan. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to India and do some, organic farming.
Yeah.
Pretty good life.
Next question is, do you regret coming because of job market here in UK?
No, people have been speaking about job market, but I had this irresistible hope. I'm a resilient guy. I'm not gonna brag, but
Yeah.
I'm just a bubblegum under this seat. I just won't go. I was confident, and I'm still confident. I will land something, but it's just tough now.
Okay.
Yeah.
My next question is, what do you say about the PhD opportunities for international students here?
So things have changed here, particularly in these recent years. You might have seen the news, like 44% of international student intake has been reduced. So when I came to this country, it was 2023 when we came.
Yeah.
It was the highest, the peak. It was like 9.3 million students came to this country for education, and now it's around 4 to 5 million people.
Yeah.
I'm saying this because international students are important for this
University ecosystem.
Yeah, that's where they get part of the money from. We pay, compared to the home tuition, we pay thrice. So all of research fundings will be coming from international students, especially universities like NTU, which is not part of Russell Group. Russell Groups there are 30 universities across United Kingdom.
Yeah.
They have formed a cluster. They will easily get money for their research, but it will be highly competitive. And the trend is there are PhD opportunities now, but they will only cover home tuition fees. So it's around £10,000 per year. You have to pay the remaining, which will be around 14,000 to 20,000 pounds per year.
Yeah.
If you have external grants, search Commonwealth, search Tata. There are so many external grants for PhDs. Not now, maybe in December. Usually every year it will be on December, the application opening. If you got the grants, you can easily do a PhD here. And if you're depending on university's money for your scholarship, I don't think it's a good idea now. People are not funding for international scholarships.
Okay. Now this is the last segment,
Yeah.
and these are the questions which my friends like you suggested me to ask.
Mhm.
And with that, yeah, these are some sort of viral questions for me. How many times have you thought of about going back to India?
Every day, yeah. I want to go back to India. I came to this country to do a PhD because I really like the environment. I had a mentor when I was in Bharatiya University. My mentor was he did his PhD from United Kingdom.
Yeah.
He talked about his experiences here, and I wanted to experience it. I wanted to learn from here and take things back to India. That was my original goal. But now I don't. The PhD environment is tough now, so I might be going some other countries.
Okay.
That's a good advice. Explore everywhere. If you're gonna think about PhD, don't just lock into UK. Eastern countries are good now. Singapore is good. Malaysia is good. So I'm exploring everything right now. I will update you if I found anything interesting. But yeah, you have to explore. But to answer the question, even after PhD, even after postdoc, I will go back to India. That's for sure.
Okay.
I'm not constructed or made for this place.
Yeah.
India is my place. Tamil Nadu is my place.
What's one thing no one told you about before coming here?
No one told me. You asked me a pretty tough question here. Can you give me some pointers?
It could be anything. It could be about lifestyle. It could be about anything about course. It could be about our part-time struggle. It could be about anything.
Yeah, no one told me about part-time, and people around me told me you will get a job when you finish your masters. That's what they told me, and I was naive enough to believe that.
Yeah.
And it's not like that. The reality is different here. So you might need a credential. The best way to do that is to go to LinkedIn or any. I think people nowadays are using Blue Sky because most of my academic friends are using Blue Sky. No one is using X since Elon brought it. To go to those social medias and see what they are doing.
Yeah.
So every step. This year he completed his bachelor's. After that, what he did he directly went to his master's, or did he take a time and did a internship or a job? And why? You can directly ask him, why did you do that? Like, did it help to achieve your goals?
Yeah.
It's about networking. I wish I had done that before coming to this country. I didn't do that. I didn't do much of networking before coming to this country. So that was my mistake, and I'm learning from it now. So if you're coming to this country, research everything and
Yeah.
follow this guy's channel. It's good.
That's important.
Yeah.
My next question is: have you ever cried after coming abroad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an empath. I cry every time. Mostly on Fridays when I drink my beer. Yeah.
Friday is not Friday. Friday is beer day. That's for Bharat.
No. That's
Even
what I'm
after
saying.
one of our exam biology of disease on 15 January, we cried together. That's the memory which I don't know.
Things will be bad.
Yeah.
You will cry, but the next day you have to wake up and you know, do your part. That's the most important thing. You shouldn't just stop. That's the one thing I would say in this country. If you stop, it's over, because we are not. When you come to this country and you mingle with people, there will be so many people from so many backgrounds.
Yeah.
Some might have a huge financial advantage comparing to you. They don't need to put in a lot of effort,
Yeah.
but you will be spending your time with them. So your mind will unconsciously go to that comfort place. You don't have to be forcing yourself 24 into 7, but don't go to the comfort zone. It's very risky here. Always stay on the edge. Yeah.
Next question is, what's your most embarrassing moment in the UK?
So, I went to a conference in Bradford. So after the conference, they took us for a dinner party. To a place called Saltairs Castle.
Yeah.
It's a world's United Heritage Site.
Yeah.
After drinking, I don't know, so much, I threw up in front of the board, like in front of the whole the grand gate. I threw up there in front of all the academics. All of them were well-known and established professors, and it was embarrassing. But people were nice. They gave me confectionaries for my hangover. But this is important actually. No one said this to me. If you are going for a conference, professors and your colleagues will drink. If you can't handle alcohol, don't drink. Yeah. I at least just stop with the beer also. Don't.
Okay. Next question is, how you feel after leaving your family country?
As I said, I left my home when I was 12 years old. I spent most of my time in hostel, so it didn't bother me that much. When maybe in this 3 years, 2.5 years,
Yeah.
I felt homesick a couple of times during Diwali, Pongal. Apart from that, yeah, I'm a weirdo. Yeah, I'm a robot. Yeah.
Okay, my last question for the session is, how you manage time difference the family back home in country?
The time difference, as in,
Yeah, like 5.5 or 4.5 hour difference when we need to talk to them. Is it manageable with the part-time and the studies, whatever we are doing? How we manage it during the period of 2 years or 2.5 years?
no, I spoke to my family daily. It's mandatory thing for me. Even if I didn't speak to everyone, I will speak to my mom. And my folks are night owls mostly. They go to sleep around 11, so it's easy for me to call them. And it was not difficult for me.
Well, this is the end of the video.
Yeah.
If you have any question, please comment it, and I'll be making next video hopefully with Venu when he'll be coming to Nottingham.
Mhm.
And thanks a lot, Bharat,
Thank you.
for giving this time. And share the video, and if you find anything useful, just hit like for Bharat.
I hope my rants helped you. No, we said pretty solid things. It will help them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it should. Alright guys, I'll see you in next video.